Knight's Order ran a huge race to finish third in the Caulfield Cup last weekend. All roads now lead to the first Tuesday in November for the Melbourne Cup. The action continues this weekend at Moonee Valley, where Alligator Blood will look to give you and Gai your first win in the historic Cox Plate. Is he ready to take on Animo, Zaki and I'm Thunderstruck in what is guaranteed to be a fascinating contest?
Yeah, it really is fascinating. Really looking forward to the race and the match-up with these quality horses. They've been taking each other on for the last couple of runs. He's claims a victory over them. Certainly feel he can do so once again. Feel he's improved off his run there last start. He had a few genuine excuses for his below par performance, but his work's been excellent in the lead up to this. I think he should really appreciate the track around Moonee Valley, and obviously really looking forward to the challenge for him. This is the race that he's been set for since his Stradbroke win.
Pantanario will line up in the listed William Crockett Stakes. This filly, by not a single doubt, was last seen in the Group 2 T-Row Stakes. Is she ready to step up her form this Saturday?
Most certainly. I feel she's been very consistent throughout her two-year-old career, bumping into plenty of quality fillies in the early days. She had a confidence win in breaking her maiden to kick off the campaign, and things unfortunately didn't work out for her in the T-Row Stakes. She had a little bit of time between runs. She's jumped out quite smartly down at Flemington since arriving down there, so she's had plenty of time to settle in. Moonee Valley should be ideal for her. She's stepping back in class from her most recent run, so I certainly feel that she's ready to be effective here.
Sacramento held on last weekend at Ramwick to finish third in the St. Leger. He will now target the Group 2 Moonee Valley Gold Cup. Are you expecting him to run a big race for his connections? Yeah,
most certainly. He's been very consistent this campaign. He's come through Saturday's race in terrific order and travelled down and arrived in Melbourne in great shape. He's had a bit of success racing in Melbourne previously, so he's settled in very quickly. I am looking forward to seeing him on Saturday. I think he's ready to take that next step, this preparation, ready to hit that peak fitness of his campaign.
The Spring Carnival continues this weekend at Ramwick, where the stable has a couple of chances, including Burgunder in the Group 2 Calendar Presnell. We have put a line through his last race, which saw him run on a bottomless track. Will he prefer the conditions this weekend?
Most likely to get some heavy conditions again if the rain arrives. He can handle a heavy track, but the surface he was on at his previous run was certainly just too tough for him. For all horses, they were all called off following that race on that day, just as an indication. So I think he can certainly be forgiven for that occasion. I do feel the horse is much better than what we've seen and what his form may suggest. So whilst it's looking like he's being thrown in the deep end here, I certainly feel he's up to this class. He gets the blinkers on Saturday for the first time. I think that'll be a crucial factor for him to seeing a sharp turnaround in his performance.
Verge's half-brother, Coincide, will make his debut in the Kirkham Plate. Are there any similarities between the pair, and how has he pleased you so far this preparation?
Yeah, there most certainly is plenty of similarities between the pair, and felt there had been from day one, which is one of the main reasons we selected the horse out of the sales. Been delighted with the way he's progressed all the way through his campaign. He's continued to improve, and he really enjoys his work. He's very competitive, just like his brother. So looking forward to him making his debut. Obviously very interesting horse. Going to be a very interesting race, and yeah, get excited by the young horses stepping out for the first time.
Moving to the provincials, which will take place at Kembla Grange, you have KICKATORP penciled in to run in the benchmark 64 handicap over 1200 metres. He is going into this contest off the back of two nice trial wins. What type of race are you expecting him to run?
He's had a good long layoff, so no doubt he'll continue to improve off the back of this performance, but we've got him as forward as he can be going into this race with two excellent trials. His form last campaign was certainly below what we saw from him in his first preparation, but I think obviously things weren't going as well as he needed to last preparation, so he's bounced back this time in much stronger off a long layoff, and certainly appears to be training and looks much better going into this race. So certainly looking to see him kick off in the right manner.